folks, I'm back. It's me, Mahbub Chowdhury, aka the People's Coach, aka your host and speaker for today. Now, today I want to talk to you guys about the weather affecting your moods. Yes, that's right, people. I'm sick and tired of people not being able to follow through due to the weather. They allow their moods. They allow the weather to affect their moods. Now, let me tell you something, people. I believe that the weather has a part to play in our moods. I'm all for that. Now, when there's a bit of sunlight, we're all bright and happy. When there's a bit of rain and the clouds are grey, then we're a bit dull. The energy is kind of low. But let me tell you something, the weather should not be the excuse not to follow through with your goals. Because let me tell you something, real happiness is whatever you make out of the situation you're in. That's what it's about. You could be in a crap situation, but depending on how and what you do in that day or in that circumstances can change. You can come out of a worse situation to a better, happy, delightful situation depending on what you do. Your outlook, your attitude, your approach to things makes a massive difference. It's not external factors shouldn't be the be all and end all of your outcome of day. You can have a great day where it's raining, where it's horrible outside, but it's up to you to make it good. Depending on the actions that you do, that you take that day, the deeds that you do during that day. Because I'm sure that each and every one of us has had a good day when the weather was not so good, when it was a bit raining, when it was a bit cold. We've had a good day. I'll give you an instance, believe it or not. I actually got married on a rainy day and that was one of the best days of my life. I'll give you a few examples just to bring to your attention so it can help you trigger and allow you to think that the weather should not affect my moods in terms of following through and in terms of anyway, I'm kind of sidetracking. Back to my point. Look, I got married on a grey dull day, but it was a beautiful day. It was one of the best days of my life that I've ever had. I've also had a fantastic training outdoors, training in the rain. It felt so exhilarating. There's been times when I was cold and I was training outside, but I pushed myself and it was one of the best intensive training sessions I've ever done. Also, I played football when I was young. It was raining outside, it was cold, but that didn't stop us from playing football. I've had great days out in the rain or at cold days because that's not stopped me. Let me tell you something, successful people don't allow the weather to affect them. They have work to get on with. They still do it. They still have to follow through. They look for alternatives. If it's raining outside, if it's cold, if it's snowing, and they need to do something, they will look for other ways of achieving their goals. This is the thing that I'm trying to bring to your attention, people. There's far too many people using the weather as an excuse not to follow through, using the weather as an excuse to be lazy, using the weather as an excuse to affect their moods. Do not allow the weather to totally dictate and affect your moods. It could hinder it, it can influence it slightly, but don't let it be the outcome. That's the thing I'm trying to bring to your attention, because I'm sure if you were to think of a day when it weren't so great outside, but you still had a great day, I'm sure you can think of that, of an example of that you did not allow the weather to affect you. For instance, I'll give you another example. It's raining outside and you was really excited to see someone and you didn't care what the weather was like. You just still want to go outside and just go meet them, go greet them. Or you just wanted to do something and you had to do something and it was just raining, but you know, you just went outside and you just done it. But let me tell you something. All of a sudden when the sun comes up, people are up for it. Yes, I'm up for it. I've got all the energy. I've got all the enthusiasm. It's so beautiful outside. I'm going to go outside. And you're more inclined to do things. But on the flip side, when it's a great day, when it's a dull day, then you're like, well, you know what? I don't feel like I'm a bit cold. It's cold outside. I just don't feel like it. It's dark. It's grey. Forget it. I don't want to go outside. This is the thing I'm trying to bring to your attention. It's all inside here, people. It's not external factors. External factors can influence your thinking. But what I'm trying to bring to your attention is not allowing it to dictate your thinking. There's a fine line between the two, between influence and dictating. You have the final say at the end of the day. Do not allow the weather to be an excuse to put off things. It's been used by far too many people. You know what? We need both weathers, the sun, the rain, because in certain parts of the area, certain parts of life, in country, sorry, there's no rain. The land is barren. It's not producing crops. It's not producing fruits, vegetables. It's not harvesting because of the fact that there's no rain. But we have the blessing of so many different weathers, from rain to cold to spring to sun. Let's appreciate all of these, because in all of these there's blessings. There's reason why. I'll tell you what, I'll give you an example. Once upon a time, many years ago, there was a friend of mine who worked in a fruit stall, and he always complained about, oh man, you know what, it's raining, it's just really horrible. I don't like this day, I prefer when it's sunny. But let me tell you something, he could not have them fruits at his stall if it wasn't raining, because you need the rain to produce the food and the fruits and the vegetables. And you could not get that and produce livelihood without the rain. You see what I'm saying? You get the gist, people. There's always blessings and reasons why things happen. We get our due portion of the rain. We get our due portion of the sunshine. Let's just appreciate it. Let's just take them as opportunities. That's the thing I'm trying to bring to your attention, people. Don't let that spoil your day. Have a great day. Enjoy your life. I hope that's given you a bit of insight and perspective, something to think about, something to take on board. Because successful people, they don't make excuses for not following through. They look for the hows. How do I move forwards? Okay, this has happened. Then they'll look for alternatives. They don't just stop. They don't stagnate. They always look for growth, steady, progressive growth. They don't always get hindered by external factors and influences. Not all the time, but we are human. So there are times when something could really influence the way that we feel or the actions and steps that we choose to take. So, that's all I have to say, people. Anyways, until then, take care, stay strong, stay focused, and always live to learn to empower and inspire the lives of many, as well as yourself. Bye for now.